Bonjour everyone, je m'appelle RAHMAN. I think when people talk about France, almost everyone already knows about the country. But in this video, we will only focus and explain about Occitanie, which is one of the France region. So please watch this video until the end, as we will reveal to you what is interesting in Occitanie. For your information, Occitanie is a relatively new region which is start from 2016, and it incorporates the former regions of Languedoc-Roussillon and Midi-Pyrénées. Did you know that Occitanie is France's second largest region in surface area, with two European-sized cities, which is Toulouse and Montpellier? Occitanie is the southernmost administrative region of metropolitan France, excluding Corsica. A sea-facing region, Occitanie is home to France's largest network of regional ports, providing value in terms of shipping and logistics. Here you can see the flags of Occitanie, and for your information, Occitanie is divided into 13 departments. Occitanie is diverse, and that's good. Go on watching for the list of the best tourist spots in Occitanie, the famous food and festival in Occitanie, and also some interesting facts about Occitanie to get a glimpse of its history, culture, and natural wonders. Here, top 3 tourist spots in Occitanie. First, Toulouse, the Pink City. The Pink City owes its nickname to its brick architecture with all shades of pink depending on the time and the place. Ochre and red that give the cityscape a look that is impossible to compare with any other city. In the city, center distance are never far, and it is possible to go everywhere by walking. Visitors exploring Toulouse will discover admirable churches, charming narrow streets, historic buildings, superb architecture, and rich cultural heritage. Second, the Pont du Gard aqueduct is a Roman construction built during the 1st century to channel water from the river's source in Uzès all the way to Nîmes. Along the way, the Gardon River was a difficult obstacle, and it was overcome by the construction of the Pont du Gard. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, Pont du Gard is a true technical feat. Don't miss the Museum of the Pont du Gard, which retraces the history of aqueducts construction. And third, we have Carcassonne and the Qatar country. The Qatar country is one of the most fascinating areas to visit in southern France, with an incredible heritage and a turbulent history of heresy and crusades. The city de Carcassonne is one of the most important sites in the Qatar country and one of the top Occitanie destinations. I think that's all from me. Now I will let QUDZAIR ALIF to explain about the famous food and the festival in Occitanie.
Bonjour, je m'appelle QUDZAIR. Before I start my presentation, thanks to my friend RAHMAN for his presentation about background and tourist spot in Occitanie. Today, I will talk about 3 famous food in Occitanie. First of all, in Occitanie, they have cassoulet. Cassoulet is a rich, slow-cooked stew containing meat, skin, and white beans, originating in southern France. It is named after its traditional cooking vessel, the casserole, a deep, round, earthenware pot with slanting side. In France, cassoulets of varying price and quality are also sold in cans and jars in supermarket, grocery stall, and delicatessen. The cheapest one containing only beans, tomato sauce, sausage, and bacon. More expensive versions are likely to be cooked with goose fat and to include Toulouse sausage, lamb, goose, or duck confit. Next, we have confit de canard. This French classic is made by slow roasting duck meat in its own fat. What was once used as a method of preserving meat in times before refrigeration is nowadays enjoyed as a rich and flavorful dish of its own. The meat is typically seasoned with salt, pepper, and fresh herb and spice such as thyme, garlic, shallot, and bay leaf. Traditionally, duck confit is cooked in a copper pot over a fire for up to 24 hours. In order for the fat to render and cover the meat, after cooking while still hot, the meat and the fat are poured into jars and sealed tightly so that the dish can be stored for later use. Lastly, we have aligot. Aligot is a French dish which incorporates mashed potato, melted cheese, cream, and crushed garlic. This combination results in a creamy, elastic, and velvety mixture that is similar to fondue. The dish is a specialty of Le Bruges, a region located in the south of France. It is believed that aligot was invented by monks who lived in the regional monasteries and were often visited by pilgrims on their way to Santiago de Compostela, a pilgrimage site in the north of Spain. The original version included a combination of bread and cheese, but the dish got a final form in the 16th century after the introduction of potatoes. Next, I will talk about 3 famous festivals in Occitanie. Number 1 is Village de Noël, or we call a Christmas village, is a decorative miniature scale village often set up during the Christmas season. These villages are rooted in the elaborate Christmas tradition of the Moravian Church, a Protestant denomination. Next is Oil and Sand Festival. The Oil and Sand Festival are a festival where organizations will make various shows. This encourages visitors by offering them with a show that always have more animation and novelties, international artists, and even more interesting is a large open motorcycle shows. The Oil and Sand have continued to evolve. The visitor has responded more numerous each year, coming from the 4 corners of France. Lastly, the Equestrian Festival. Equestrian Festival is a festival where you will witness various performances involving horses. The uniqueness shown symbolizes how the French can train a horse to make a very interesting performance. This festival is also very popular where every year there will be more visitors who come to see the horse show there. That's all from me. Let's hear what my friend ASYWAD will talk about. Thank you.
Thank you, Muhammad QUDZAIR, for explaining about festival in region Occitanie. By the way, my name is Alino ASYWAD Muhammad DAUD. Next, I would like to present to you the interesting fact about Occitanie. There are many interesting facts such as the geography, the tourism, economic, and agri-food. So the first one, the geography. Occitanie is the second largest region in the metropolitan France, and it is undeniably one of the most tempting to move, with over 50,000 individuals relocating here each year. Occitanie is divided into 13 departments. It has total land area of 72,724 km square, and it is therefore slightly larger than Ireland and twice the size of Belgium. The last is region stretched north-south from Aubrac to the Pyrenees and it's west from Camagüey Gardens to Gascony. Okay, the next slide is tourism. Occitanie is the major tourist destination in Europe, ranking second only to province Alpes Côte d'Azur and Nouvelle-Aquitaine. One of the few regions of France that has it all. The first is the sea with the Mediterranean coast. The second is the mountain with the Pyrenees. The third is the city with its two major metropolis, Toulouse and Montpellier. And lastly, the countryside with its infinite rolling farmland, attractive village, and protect natural landscape. And finally, economy and agri-food. Toulouse is the world aeronautical capital and ranks first in the country for organic farming. Also ranked first in France and Europe for agri-food system and diverse produce bearing the quality labels such like RC or AOP, with label NIGP. And lastly, the biggest winemaking region in the world, and its 80 appellation account for 36% of all France wines. It's first leader in organic wine too. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.